Welcome back to the Magic Within podcast. This is episode... She's eager today.
I'm excited.
I'll try again.
Okay.
Well, welcome back to the Magic Within podcast. I think this is episode 6 now. And yeah, today I'm going to let you introduce this in as... you introduced me introducing it last time. So
yeah.
The floor's yours, my dear.
So today's episode, we're going to talk about the Disney Channel, which is just an icon. And just like the best part of my childhood was when I got the Disney Channel, finally.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone in my life had the Disney Channel apart from me. And then the day we got it was amazing.
See, yeah, I was the same. But I don't think, this is where we differ on it a little bit, because I don't remember being a time when like there was a load of people that had it and I didn't. Well, we all just didn't have it because it was a paid extra. But you seem to have this memory that everyone had it.
I had some bougie friends, I think.
Yeah, and at one point it became part of the kids package on Sky, and that's when I got it. I want to say it was like 2007 kind of time, maybe 2006.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when I got it as well. And I think it was when it was kind of at a very good time for the Disney Channel.
For sure.
Like we didn't miss too much.
No.
We just got in there at the right time.
But yeah, but this was supposed to be a little intro. But we're going to talk about the Disney Channel, our favourite Disney Channel shows, our favourite Disney Channel movies, our favourite Disney Channel stars, a bit of Disney Channel in the parks, but I don't think there's been that much. But we'll touch on it a little bit. I think we might have different opinions on this one. So this might be a little bit of a different episode. Okay, so it's time for my boring fact of the week. Well, no, it's not boring, but I'll talk about the history of it, and we'll talk about the good stuff, and we'll talk about the shows and stuff. But it was 1983 that the Disney Channel was birthed. Became a thing. What's the word? It existed, created. It was created and began broadcasting. But it was predominantly and only in the US until 1989. This is quite interesting. See, I didn't know this. I'll talk to you as well. So yeah, in '89, Sky and Disney had a deal that they were going to bring the Disney Channel over to the UK. But there was a bit of argy-bargy and it didn't go very well, and it ended up both companies deciding not to do it, and Sky tried to sue Disney for $1.5 billion.
That's crazy.
Which, yeah, that's mental. But it eventually got settled, and there was a 5-year deal, I think, where Sky got the rights to Walt Disney Studios movies, which I imagine was on Sky Movies and stuff at the time. But in 1995, the Disney Channel came to the UK as an independent channel, but through Sky.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching it until later, though, because as we mentioned earlier, it was a premium level service here in the UK. I'm not sure. I think it was the same in the US. And then they did some free days where they'd do a free weekend of Disney Channel to kind of get kids to watch it and then get them going running to the parents.
I remember that now when you say that.
Yeah.
And it never worked.
And it was very
never got it.
No, it was very family friendly at first. But they did make a pivot into sort of adolescent and teens. But in 2006, it became from a premium service to a basic level subscription package in Sky in the UK. And that's when I started watching it. And that's when I think a lot of my friends started watching it as well.
Yeah.
There was this is mad. It's somewhere in the brain, but I'd forgot about it. Disney Cinemagic was a thing over here in the UK, which kind of just showed Disney films. There was other stuff. There was Toon Disney. There was Disney XD, which was later on.
So many more options though.
It's not there anymore.
Is it not?
It's
Well,
not-
no, none of it is.
on
is it?
Sky. No,
Yeah.
if you go on Sky, the Disney Channel is no longer there because obviously Disney Plus exists, and that's every Disney Channel thing you want could be on there.
And it is great.
I don't know about the US though. The Disney Channel might still exist in the US, but it's definitely not on Sky anymore. There's no deal there because I had a look the other day. But yeah, that's.
It just feels like there's something missing when you look on the Sky menu now. Like I used to always go on Kids and be like, "Oh look, there's Disney. I can't watch it."
Yeah.
And now it's just not there.
But I do remember the time when, like I say, when all of a sudden I could watch it,
Yeah.
and I feel like it was silent. It was just like one of my mates told me, and then I was like, "Oh no, I don't have it," and they were like, "Oh no, it's free now," and I was like, "Wow."
I finally started watching everything. I was like, "Oh, this is what they were on about." Like I remembered everything.
Sorry, everyone. We're just making sure that there's no for your benefit. We're just making sure. There's no hair on
That
the
just
mic.
looked really romantic.
Oh, it's just yeah, that as well.
Yeah, I just remember like actually watching stuff and be like, "Oh my god, it's this show! Oh my god, Hannah Montana! Oh my god, I get it now!
I don't even know when.
I get all the references."
Not even sure when Hannah Montana started, but it was definitely around that time. So that's mostly what we're going to talk about. I think from that point onwards, I'm totally aware that there was things before that. Recess certainly existed.
Yeah.
Before I got Disney Channel, because I'd seen like some episodes every now and again, and I absolutely loved it. But I couldn't watch it until I could, and that was good times. Very good times. The one thing that annoyed me about TV in those days, probably still is the same, I don't watch a great deal, is like they would just repeat episodes throughout the day. Like you'd get a block of like 4 hours of broadcasting where you'd get the same episodes and then they'd repeat again and then they'd repeat again in the evening. And like I wanted to binge watch even back then. I wanted to binge watch.
When that used to happen, it used to be like, "Oh god, I've been watching it all day."
Sometimes you would just watch the same ones again though.
I feel like it's like nearly as savage as when Netflix is like, "Are you still watching?"
Would you though? Like I'd watch the same episode again.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, just like I've watched this already, but I'll watch it again.
Yeah, it's probably because we were so excited by Disney Channel.
Right, okay. This is the bit that we've been waiting for a little bit. We're going to go through our favourite shows from Disney Channel. We're going to pick 3 each, and it's not easy at all. Like you think it is at first, but then you start going down a rabbit hole and you start thinking of all the shows that were on there.
Yeah, you start remembering them.
But yeah, so do you want to give any honourable mentions before we kick off?
Before I tell you my official 3, I gotta do a shout out for Kim Possible because it's so catchy.
Yeah.
It's the catchiness. The mole rat.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I like that guy.
So cute.
It was good. It was definitely. It was a solid show.
Yeah.
She was a badass. Right, crack on.
Okay, so we've got Wizards of Waverly Place is one of them because I'm a witchy gal, and I do have an interesting fact about that just to show our age as well. The year that Wizards of Waverly Place came out was the same year that the first iPhone came out. How old does that make you feel?
Wow.
It's weird, isn't it?
What year was that?
I don't know.
Oh, right.
Very long time ago.
Is it like, I don't know.
That's like my BuzzFeed fact.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't even tell you the date.
You've come with half a job here. I want to know the actual year. Is it like 2007? When did the iPhone come out? 2007, yeah.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah,
Whoa.
2007.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that's a year after it became basic level subscription in Sky. So like, I think it was one of the first shows that like came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is good stuff." I just loved the set.
Yeah.
And they always looked like really good sandwiches, didn't they? It's a substation. There was Justin. There was Alex. The mum and dad were hilarious. The dad was top bants.
Really
I remember him. He was a funny guy. I feel like I've seen the mum in a load of stuff since, but I just hadn't realised up until now who it was. And then there was the younger.
Yeah, the
Max,
little brother.
Maximilian.
Maximilian. Yeah.
Are you ranking these in order, by the way?
I think I am.
Is this in like ascending order? So Wizards of Waverly Place.
They all have a theme as well.
Right.
So next one is Hannah Montana.
I was about to say, do you want me to shoot my third one? But that's cool.
I've gone for it.
Yeah, you go for it.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Obviously. Amazing. Whoa, whoa. Transition.
Oh yeah.
Just so many.
Miley's
iconic
actually
scenes.
a legend as well. Like, she's a legend,
officially.
but she's an official Disney legend. I think the youngest one to ever go in. Miley went through it as well. Like, Miley's like,
She's earned being a legend.
yeah,
Like,
she is like a diva almost, isn't she?
she does give like diva energy now, especially with like
that Flowers performance when her hair was all diva-y. She looked like Tina Turner. Yeah, that's what I mean. No, I don't mean diva in a bad sense at all.
No, like iconic.
I can totally see what, like, there is the bad. You're being a diva. I didn't mean that. It's like, the iconic sense of, like, I don't know, for our generation, I don't know if you get much bigger.
No.
In terms of, like, on the screen, she was such a part of our childhood as Hannah Montana.
She's just always been
What
there.
was she called? What were they called? Miley Stewart?
Miley
Stewart. Jackson was top.
He also, just side note, he was so much older than them when they filmed it. How crazy is that?
He doesn't look it either.
Doesn't at
I always
all.
remember a really funny scene. And that's where I got you into it. He turns into a hermit and he's got a big beard. He's like, go on, get.
Yeah.
He's Rico as well.
Yeah.
He's been in something recently. Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout. I was about to say Fallout. Yeah.
Rico. He's a little scamp. But yeah, he was always one of them. He was always like mischievous and stuff, but he was actually a good kid.
He was dead like flirty.
Yeah, he was always trying to pull Miley.
Lily?
No, was it Lily?
Lily or Miley?
Emily Osment as well. Also in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Shout out that, because oh god, that's not Disney, but maybe we should do a magic within Spy Kids.
So good.
Love that. Right, so
Top one.
yeah.
I've got one more.
Bill also, I don't know if you said it, Billy Ray's in it. That's cute.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real dad. That's awesome.
That's adorable.
My first introduction to Billy Ray Cyrus as well. Like, I remember that was one of the things, like, my mum and anybody that had, like, watching Hannah Montana because they were in the room, they'd be like, that's Billy Ray Cyrus.
What's
They'd
he
be
doing
like,
here?
that's Billy Ray Stewart. Silly.
Who's Cyrus?
Who's Cyrus is? Agree. Right, number one.
Top one. That's So Raven.
Was it not right?
Just, it's so iconic. And now that I realise I'm a witchy gal and I love my tarot cards, Wizards of Waverly Place, and That's So Raven, no wonder I love them, because...
And when you were doing
love
a lot
stuff.
of makeup, and so, you also wore wigs every now and again. So
She does wear a lot of wigs.
There's the Hannah Montana. There's the Hannah Montana connection.
What I love about... So they're all like the live action ones, aren't they? Not cartoon. I love how extra they are. Like the type of Disney acting, or it just
That's So
kid show
Raven
acting.
was
It's
almost
so,
like
it's over the top.
That's So Raven, and very much a sign of the times.
Yeah.
I think they took a lot of inspiration from the likes of Friends, where it was like you had this set, and a lot of it was in this set, and it was like for Wizards, it was like you had the substation, the restaurant. And then you had the apartment where you had the little staircase coming down. It was almost felt like it could be this is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
And they all kind of had that, like Miley's house and then down at the beach. And they always were kind of set in the school. They were always kind of set in the same places. That's So Raven, I think the most out of all of them really felt like it could have been filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
Because she like broke the fourth wall, didn't she? Quite a lot.
Yeah. Her face whenever she did that looked like she was like doing a poo.
Great theme song. That's another thing as well, as we'll go through and we'll talk about them. A proper good age of theme songs for TV shows, even American Dragon. That was what I was talking about before. American Dragon. Good stuff.
Yeah, they proper stick in your head.
Best of Both Worlds, iconic. What was the other one? I can't remember the Wizards of Waverly Place one.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember it. But I bet if we
should play it.
If we heard it, we'd be like, that's it.
Should I play it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Be a dream.
Oh my god, you proper know it.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that is a good tune. Good tune. Obviously, not it doesn't stick in my head like. You get the limo out front. It ain't as good as that.
So good.
Very few things are. But what was the other one? That's So Raven. Yeah, I know we talk about that. That's So Raven.
It's the future I can see.
That's So Raven. Oh, that's me.
I
you're nasty.
I love just how many characters she turned into. Every week she was a different person.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's got a like talk show now, hasn't she, Raven Simone?
Yeah, she's like a host on some stuff.
Yeah, she's good.
So what are your favourites?
Coming in at 3 is Phineas and Ferb. And it's a bit of a mad one because, see, I didn't want to dip into the theme songs, but there's, we're going to talk about theme songs, right?
Yeah.
104 days of summer vacation, the school comes along just to end it, and the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket. Right.
I thought you were going to do the whole thing.
I thought about it. I nearly went through the whole thing. Great show, great characters, great dynamics. I love it. Like Ferb doesn't talk, that's always fun. Phineas does all the talking.
I've not watched it.
I know, yeah.
Well, as soon as you said that,
Candace is Ashley Tisdale.
Yes, she is.
And of course the stars of the show are Perry the Platypus, and Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
You're so good at that.
Perry the Platypus. So I just love it. It's just such a great concept. It's quick. It's short TV. Yeah. It's the type of thing that would be on for half an hour and you'd get 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you get 2 quick 10-minute little adventures. Huge fan of it. Came quite late. I was like well into my teens, but I don't care. I want the opportunity to meet those 2 at the parks because I've seen them. I've seen clips. I've seen them. Doofenshmirtz, I think I'll stay away from because this scares me a little bit. Well, they should have made it a plastic head. Like or just like
it's a bit creepy.
That shouldn't have been a live action one, I don't think. Despite the credit to the guy, he's doing a great job and his voice is bang on and stuff. Like, or maybe I'm bitter because it should be me. But no, I think his head is so iconic. I think it would look great as a
fake head.
As a fake head, yeah. So that's all. So that's in at number 3. Phineas and Ferb. Number 2 is I don't know. No, I haven't forgotten. I just don't know which way I'm putting them. Number 2 is Sweet Life.
Yeah.
I think. The number 2 and 1 are very interchangeable because I love them both ever so dearly. I think Sweet Life was great, especially when you've got a brother. Like, not a brother he's not the same age by any means, but like me and my brother were very close at that age and stuff. Like we would watch it together and stuff. We'd get up to no good together and like not bad stuff, you know, just being young lads. Like and I just really enjoyed that show. I thought again the setting was brilliant. The cast down to every single person was fantastic. Mr. Mosby was unbelievable. He's so good. Arwen, the janitor.
Yeah.
Esteban.
I was about to say Esteban.
Esteban, he was fantastic. So funny, always. And then Ashley Tisdale's character, I can't remember her name. She was a brilliant contrast to London.
Yeah.
Because they were so chalk and cheese, and London was like, just had all the money in the world and was so spoiled. And like Paris Hilton. Literally like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, how spoiled she was.
But she was one of them, so like she was spoiled, but like, and she said like, obnoxious things, arrogant things, but she did have a good heart. It was you didn't not like London. Every now and again you did because she'd say something, but it would be like annoyed, be like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" Right. And then number 1, I guess, is Recess. Yeah. Recess existed before I got Disney Channel, but Recess, I just love it. I could watch it now. But if we're talking about theme songs, this is the top.
Yeah.
I looked a bit like TJ Detweiler as a kid.
Look at you now with the hat. Just take away the mustache.
I can see it.
It's got the freckles.
Yeah, I've got the freckles as well. I'm not lying. I just remember that like certain episodes sticking out. I remember the movie, but like one like El Diablo with Gus when he became this like almost mythical dodgeball player. I loved all the different characters in the playgrounds, like the dynamics, like the king. Were they called the Ashleys?
Oh my god, the king
The
thing.
King
Where he's
Bob.
on top of
yeah,
the...
King Bob.
Oh my god,
is
yeah.
on top of the thing, and they play kickball as well, which I'd never heard of. But I thought, wow, I like football. I would be good at that. It seems easy. Look, when you're someone who plays soccer, is what it's called in America, the idea of kickball is hilarious. Like it sounds like the easiest thing in the world. It's like you're gonna roll me the ball, and I have to kick it as far as I can. It's like crack on, but give me a bat, and I will be absolutely useless. So, but
Yeah.
Recess is top for me. I think it's timeless. Like I said, if they ever remake that, I'll have some problems.
The movie, was that like
School's Out.
CIA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke into the school like it was like aliens or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say aliens.
And they had the song in that one, John Jacob Binkelheimer Schmidt. His name was my name
God.
too.
That is unlocking dreams in my
Whenever
brain.
I go out, the people always shout, there goes John Jacob Binkelheimer Schmidt. Nah, 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 nah. So yeah, Recess is top for me. So what's top for you again?
Top one is That's So Raven.
That's So Raven. Blah, blah, blah. That's So Raven.
Yeah, I feel like both of those reflect our age.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Are you a That's So Raven person, or are you a Recess person? Or is it one of the other ones? Or is it one that we've not mentioned?
It's probably one we've forgotten about.
Lizzie
maybe.
McGuire hasn't been mentioned. If you're of a certain age, younger than us, Descendants was very popular. So we've not given them a shout out. Get over it. No,
I did binge watch them a couple of months ago. I loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
love it.
And Wizards of Waverly Place is coming back out soon. So very soon, actually, around Halloween time, I believe. So tune in for that. I don't get paid by Disney. Don't know why I did that. But yeah, go on. Go on. Welcome to the Magic Within. Go and watch it. One day they might. They might be seeing it. They might be like, this guy always plugging our stuff. Let's give him some money to do it.
Then you've made it.
Probably not. Okay, we are going now on to the start of something new. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Disney Channel movies, and we are going to lead in, of course, with the flagship, everything that was Disney Channel movies in my childhood, High School Musical.
So good.
I can't remember
No words.
a TV movie being that big and that good and elevating to that level.
I feel like that was the first one where I was like, whoa, everyone knows what this is. Like,
the music, like Breaking Free is like an anthem for our age group. Like whether you want to say it or not, like if you put that on in a club and people are drunk,
we all know.
they will sing their heart out to that song. Here's an interesting fact, I guess. Most people probably do know this that are listening to this podcast, but obviously it wasn't Zac Efron singing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it
no.
in the first one? It was some chap whose name I don't know.
I like to hold this above everyone because I feel like I knew that at the time.
Yeah. It was so clear.
People say it now, I'm like, I already knew that.
Yeah.
It's so obvious when you listen now.
Yeah.
Like,
It was obvious at the time. Some of it didn't sync well.
it just was like...
It didn't look... It almost looked like he was mouthing. It didn't look
Yeah.
like it was coming out of his voice. But it
then-
didn't affect the film or his performance, I don't think. Let me tell you something as well.
Go on.
As a lad who grew up in sport and was a captain of the football team at one point, or the soccer team for you guys in America, and then around a certain age, it was like, actually, I like acting, I like dancing, I like singing. It was nice to see that represented. It genuinely was
early
in
on
a
in
way,
your life
yeah,
as well.
like because there was Billy Elliot and stuff before that, but that was a much more like dramatic sense where like the dad was like really almost like aggressive towards him, and I wasn't like just doing ballet, so it like but
And you're more of the target audience for High School Musical.
that kind of seeing it on screen and seeing that little, obviously the things that Troy was going through and the difficult things of wanting to do right by himself and what he was enjoying, but also your loyalty to your team does mean a lot. It's not something you can just drop because you found this new interest. So like, it was nice to see that. represented on screen. And like the coach was cool. Like he struggled with it, and then eventually it all came around.
I think so. I wasn't into like drama or anything, but I just loved musicals back then.
Nope.
I just loved musicals back then. So like just seeing Zach or Troy like singing was like, oh my god. I know how to like musicals too, because all my friends like didn't really care that much.
He didn't like it at first either.
No, he didn't.
But the music is solid in the first one. That's that I mentioned to you earlier. That I saw an interview recently where Zac Efron was actually talking about the moment that they realised, like, hang on, we might be doing something really cool here, because they did the Get Your Head in the Game. And they actually did it all in one take, as if you'd gone to watch a musical and seen it live, and they all sort of sang it, danced it in one smooth motion, and then they yelled cut, and they all kind of looked around and were like, "Whoa, we might be onto something here."
It's so iconic. They stick to the Status Quo song as well. That was good. If you think about the meaning behind it, it is a bit cheesy in some bits, isn't it? Like, what did the girl say?
We can do it, gotta play.
I like to break dance.
Yeah, I like the way I'm saying. We can do it, creme brulee. Yeah. I like to bake. And
they're like, no, you can't.
No, and it's like, let bro bake.
But I like the whole like thing of being like, just do what you want to do, guys.
Yeah,
like,
it was a nice message.
It was good.
Ashley Tisdale's fantastic.
Oh, she's so
Everybody
good.
quiet.
She just gets better as the movies go along, I think.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think they all do, to be honest. I think they all grow into themselves as people and the role itself. I think for Vanessa Hudgens playing the role that she played, it was like, I don't know, it didn't seem that you would be nervous, and even Troy, it's like when he was singing, it was always there was a bit of nerves to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And whether that was real or not, it came across very authentic. So it was just great. But then you saw them in the second one.
You love the second one, don't you?
The second one's iconic. Like, when we talk about Disney Channel movies, because of the success of the first one, they premiered at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock on a Friday evening on Disney Channel. And I remember everyone was watching it. The actual stat is 17.2 million people watched it,
mental.
which technically, it's
TV
not technically
channels.
everyone, I understand that. But like, I swear everyone in my school watched it. We were around my mate's house, and it delivered as well. Like, it wasn't a letdown. It delivered. The music was so good.
The pans.
You Are the Music is such a tune still. Like, You Are the Music in Me. What time is it? Like, it kicks off and it's just great.
Yeah.
But you also see they don't look like as much like kids anymore.
No.
I don't think in that one. I think they look a bit more adult, like Zac Efron had grown into himself a little bit, and like Bet on It. What? I Don't Dance.
So many memes.
On the baseball pitch, I Don't Dance is an absolute bop. You heard Corbin Bleu sing as well. He didn't really sing in the first one, and he's got some pipes on him.
Yeah,
and he can move, he can dance.
I don't dance.
It's just, that was a moment in time for me. It was just so good. I can't remember what came on after it, and there was other ones that had that same kind of vibe, where, like, I remember Camp Rock. We'll talk a little bit about it later on, but they tried to build it up the same, and I was excited for it in a sense, but it didn't deliver the same.
No.
Whereas I felt like High School Musical 2 just delivered so well. The music, like I say, everyone had grown into the roles a little bit more. I just thought it was, I think that's the peak of High School Musical franchise for me. But you disagree, don't you?
I think the third one is amazing. They really leveled it up. Obviously, they had a bigger budget, and it was on in cinemas. Me and all of my friends went to watch it, and I feel like when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, this is an actual movie now. Like, it really did level it up. But then, do you think it like took away a little bit?
It was maybe because of the age that I was at when it came out, which I think I was like 16, was it?
It was, we were, I guess, pretty old.
So I was a bit older. I just wasn't prepared to go to the cinema to watch it.
Yeah.
I think I might have been.
Especially as a guy, I guess.
I think I'm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My lads, the lads that I knocked about with. Look, we went and watched Toy Story that year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they ain't gonna come and watch High School Musical 3 with me.
Just like Troy in the beginning got laughed at for singing.
Yeah, well,
Kind
yeah,
of the
that's
same
it. I just, but I personally remember if it would have been High School Musical 2, I would have like dragged my mum to watch it with me. I would have been like, no, I want to watch this.
So it's probably like the age thing. Wasn't it?
Yeah, and I just think it had come off the boil a bit. I wasn't as bothered. I feel like it had taken longer than it maybe should have done to keep me excited, and I don't know. They looked older again, and they didn't look like they were in college. They didn't look like they were in high school anymore. Yeah. I remember there's a couple of good songs I like High School Musical, the song.
Yeah,
I like that. High School Musical.
I want to listen to it.
The one in the junkyard or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and they were rolling the wheels around. So it was good,
Yeah.
but I just don't think for me it was on the same level.
I just think the second one was so iconic, though. It's hard to beat that.
As a franchise, coming from an original straight-to-TV movie and how well it did,
that's incredible.
That is pretty impressive. I can't think of anything that's ever done it since.
No. Isn't it the only one that's done that as well?
What?
From the Disney Channel.
Transferred into cinema?
Yeah. Like Camp Rock obviously didn't have another one.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? I can't think of... Not off the top of my head.
Camp Rock did have Camp Rock 2.
No, but it wasn't in the cinema.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
There's been Disney Channel films, Disney Channel that have gone to cinema. Recess went to cinema.
Did it?
Yeah,
oh, okay,
Schools Out went to cinema, but it went straight to cinema. I don't know if it went like they did a Recess film and then they were like, oh, it's done well, let's send it to cinema. So it's a good point, but nonetheless, like High School Musical franchises, top, bottom.
I had a pencil case, you know, a High School Musical pencil case.
I never had one of them. I remember my dad got it. I remember my dad got it for me on DVD though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had it on DVD. I think I bought it for myself on DVD.
I was in it.
Oh yeah, you were.
I forgot to say that. Yeah, I was in it when I was a kid. I played Chad. In case you can see, me and Corbin Blue look very similar. Well, his hair's exactly the same and everything. No, I wasn't meant to, but when one of the guys that was going to play someone dropped out and I was younger and I just loved it. So I was like, yeah, cool. And I threw the basketball to the guy playing Troy. And because I was used to playing basketball, I threw it a bit too hard and he dropped it and it rolled off the stage. So that scarred me for life.
So we need some more honourable mentions of the other Disney movies because we can't just talk about High School Musical.
Gotta strut like you mean it. Free your mind.
So there's another one.
Just a minute. Come on. I never even seen Cheetah Girls, but I know.
Have you actually not?
No,
I thought you'd seen it.
No, I've not seen it. I just like it was always on like adverts of Cheetah Girls and stuff. I might have seen a little bit of it. There was more than one Cheetah Girls movie. But I might have seen a little bit of it, but no, I just remember that tune. It was banger.
It was the outfits that stood out to me.
Yeah, they were like Spice Girls, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They were just all looked like Crazy Spice, like with the outfits.
Yeah.
Because they're cheaters.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. What's another one?
Camp
Rock.
She's really good.
She's really good.
No, Camp Rock was good. First one was solid. It felt more cringe than High School Musical. And when you look back as well, it still does feel more cringe. I didn't mind it at the time, to be honest. I kind of liked it. And the Jonas Brothers were there, obviously.
I feel like
Joe
they
more
helped
so,
with it.
Joe more so than Nick and Kev. They didn't really do too much. Obviously, Joe had a bit of a song with Demi Lovato. It was Demi's breakout moment, I would say.
She used to like sway her hair around like this.
Then she's got some pipes.
She's got this.
She, unreal singer. It was just like they're playing the drums on the side of the bus and all that stuff.
Oh God! I just when they're going like Camp Rock.
Yeah.
Camp Rock, like what? Why?
It's just like even the name Camp Rock. It's like you could have. I feel like looking back, they could have done better. But the music it's good. There's some good tunes in there. And again, it was a moment in time. So I wouldn't say that one's timeless. Whereas I kind of would say High School Musical is in a sense. It was. High School Musical was representative of the time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Camp Rock is. However, we are English.
Yeah.
So like that'll never happen in England.
Probably like we're not going to go to a band camp.
Nah,
like,
that is not going to be a thing over here.
Yeah.
But if it is, it might be similar. Actually, you know what? Obviously, studying performing arts.
You would have loved a band camp, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, we always like when we went to main campus or main site at Kendal, because we were in a separate building. Me and all the twirlies. Shout out all the twirlies. Yeah, we got called twirlies. But yeah, we used to just go to the main site and we'd be in the cafeteria and we'd just randomly all start singing because we knew it'd annoy.
Oh my god!
We just knew it would annoy people, and it did. So
God, I would have sat there. I would have been like, they're really cool.
One time we were rehearsing, right? We were rehearsing because we were actually doing a song there, and we caught wind that some people were like having a bit of a bitch and a moan about the fact that we were singing in the cafeteria. So then from that point, obviously, we were just like, well, we're going to sing every time we're here now, and we're going to sing twice as loud.
I love that.
So yeah, I'd say I'm laughing at the Camp Rock squad, but I think I was one of them.
You were one.
So yeah, sudden realisation. But any more Disney Channel original movies?
One more shout out because I'm a spooky gal. Halloween Town was like the first one I remember.
Yeah, I think it was the first one.
Yeah, which was like a Disney Channel movie.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love it.
We could watch it soon.
Yeah, we should do.
I've not seen that one. I have to. I hold my hands up.
It's so old when you look back, like the quality, but it's just iconic.
There was a
there
was a Wizards of Waverly Place movie that was good.
Time travel in
it
that.
almost had like a hey up doggy. It almost had like a Tri-Wizard tournament situation.
Oh,
that's it. So Alex and Justin. So they all have powers when they're young, but only one of them keeps their powers.
Yeah.
And becomes the family wizard or the family witch. And it was
savage.
And that had always been teased throughout the show. And it spoke about it, and it was like, who's going to keep the powers? And then the film was they were competing. Justin and Alex were competing against each other.
Yeah, I remember not liking that though.
Yeah, it was a bit savage.
Being like,
it's like, why can't they all? Because didn't the mum has got powers, but the dad hasn't, or something? Oh yeah, but they were. I don't think he's a wizard, is he?
There's something. We should watch all these again.
I don't think the dad's a wizard. I think he just married.
Isn't he a good cook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, obviously the sandwiches.
Yeah. They run a restaurant.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's magic. I think it's the mum's side.
Right. Yeah.
But I could be wrong about that. It might actually be the other way around. It might be that the dad, he definitely doesn't have his powers. I think his brother does because the uncle always rocks up.
Right.
And he's got his powers, and like the dad surrendered them. I think that was what the crap.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Great movies.
Yeah. Really good.
Really good.
Really good. They're really good.
What's your favourite one?
Wow, I've all of them.
Yeah. High School Musicals as well.
I think High School Musical.
First one.
I just love the third. I feel like I should say 1 or 2, but I just love the third.
Mine's number 2. Well, I've already said that. So yeah. On to the next subject. Whoa. Right. We've touched on them a little bit, but we'll just talk about some of the stars that the Disney Channel kids, I guess, that have come out of that factory of creating stars.
There's a collection of them, isn't there?
And they're all solid. They're all doing well now still. Like the majority from what I can remember, like Dylan and Cole Sprouse doing really well.
So
in fairness to them, they were doing well before the Disney Channel picked them up. They were in Friends. They were in Big Daddy.
Yeah.
So they were looking to get Dylan and Cole actually, but they're doing well. Zac Efron obviously is doing well. Corbin Bleu, I feel like, is very intertwined with what Disney do.
Yeah,
he's often on stage at D23 and like, so I think he's obviously happy in what he's doing. Ashley Tisdale smashed it. Vanessa Hudgens smashed it. She's quite quiet at the minute, but like because of Instagram and stuff like that, because there's such an influence that Instagram and social media came at the perfect time for these people. In a sense,
to stay popular.
I can totally see the negative aspect. Yeah. I completely understand that there's a huge negative side to that. But, I think that there's such an influence on so many people's lives and Selena Gomez is smashing it. She's got that show with Steve Martin and
they're just all so relevant still.
Yeah, Miley again. It's just exactly.
Miley's just on another level, isn't she? Like...
Yeah.
Just because of pure talent.
Well, she's a Disney legend.
Yeah.
Like I said before. So, I don't think it'll have been easy for these guys, I have to say. I don't know what it will have been like. I just know that TV studios around that time weren't always the best. Like, you see all the stuff that's come out about Nickelodeon now.
Yeah, so bad.
And it just can't have been easy to make that transition from being a Disney Channel kid into being like, yeah, but I'm an adult and I am my own person.
Yeah, being your own brand.
And I think that's why Miley went so far the way she did.
But she's just, it's just
So
all
you
worked
see it a
out
lot of the time.
luckily.
Yeah, of course. And it does. It was like a redemption arc in a sense. Not that she had anything to redeem, because she wasn't doing anything horrendous. It's just like when you're seen as an icon for kids, there's often you have to go so far the other way to let it balance out. Like even Zac Efron, he made quite a nice and easy transition from being Zac Efron, Troy Bolton, to then like the Baywatch guy,
and
then Bad
Neighbours,
and then he became the frat boy guy, and it's like that is quite a good transition because it's a transition that you could almost see possible as the jock has gone over to college and now he's become a frat boy. So it was believable to see him in that role, and like you said, he was hilarious. He was so funny.
Really
we saw a different side to not the leading man, Troy Bolton. It was like let him be silly, let him kind of smoke weed and just be a frat boy and be. I love big fan of Zac Efron. He comes across in interviews really well. I think he seems like quite a down to earth character, considering how. Well,
he did that thing where he was traveling the world as well, didn't he?
Yeah. I've seen some podcasts with him because he was on Bad Friends.
Yeah.
With, like, I can't believe Ricky Stenicki, that film, by the way, that Zach's in recently.
So funny.
I'd just love to be in that cast. Like, Andrew Santino, love him. John Cena, don't even get me started on him. But Zac Efron, all in the same cast. Like, that just must have been such a great, like, dynamic that they all had. And yeah, to see him that he's doing well, he's still working in comedy, still good at it. I've got a lot of time for him. Never even met the guy, but he's I got a lot of time for him.
I like how with the Disney stars, it's like were they kind of our age when we were watching it?
I don't know. I feel like they will have been slightly older, but they came across as our age. I feel like they were portrayed as our age because we were in high school.
Yeah, I feel like
I think they were a bit older, but
we've grown up with them, and then now we're obviously 30. They're in like way more serious movies and TV shows, and like Miley Cyrus was in Black Mirror.
Do you remember when?
I just love that we're growing with
Vanessa Hudgens was in Spring Break.
Yeah,
that was like her. Like, I'm not Gabrielle anymore,
I'm
wasn't
not
it?
a Disney kid anymore.
Yeah, so it's great. Hilary Duff as well.
Oh yeah,
she just kind of went off.
She looks like she's not aged.
She just went off and had kids, and then came back, and just became Lizzie McGuire again. Right, so we're going to talk about Disney Channel in the parks. There's not a great deal to talk about, but there is a little bit. Because I said before, like every now and again they do these special nights, don't they?
Yeah.
Where they bring out these characters that I want to meet, like Phineas and Ferb, because they don't seem to be knocking around all the time, but they do seem to always be knocking about in after hours. Quite often in Hollywood studios.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do that, which is annoying. But
Phineas and Ferb, are they around for Halloween or is it just after hours stuff?
I think it was just after hours stuff.
Yeah.
But there is Vampirina. She's Disney Channel Junior.
Disney Juniors had a little section in Hollywood studios, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. And see, this is the thing as well. I remember the Disney Channel games. We were talking about this. Yeah. I always remember. I can't remember whether it was like a show thing. I think they did it live. So, I think they did the heat. And I always remember it was instead of adverts on Disney Channel sometimes. And it was great because I was just like watching like Corbin Blue go against Zac Efron in like a random game where they're like, got to see who can throw this the furthest
Yeah.
at
Did they?
All-Star Sports, and they'd be on the pitch and stuff.
They were All-Star Sport.
But they just go all over the shop. Yeah, it was just this completely random thing where they were all a different team and they were all a different colour.
Did they like run up stuff and
But
like
that'd
climb?
be it was like activities and that. Like it'd be
Yeah.
awesome if you were in the parks and you saw them though.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not, from my memory, that a Disney Channel has never really been a huge part of the parks. But
Same
you get
with,
them
like-
moments. Oh, I can't meet TJ Detweiler. Why have we never seen a version of him? Or Mikey?
True.
Mikey, I like him.
Aww.
Oh yeah, nice
Gretchen.
guy. Gretchen Wheeler. No, that's
There's
a
not,
different person.
you don't see much Disney Channel merch like in the park. I think it used to be more like the Disney Store thing. Would like that has online has Descendant stuff and stuff like that, but it doesn't. You don't really see a lot of like.
Boohoo Man's got a That's So Raven t-shirt for anyone that wants one. Yeah,
I would like that.
I know. I thought about buying it purely for this podcast, actually.
You'd wear it.
I know there was a Phineas and Ferb one. We should have bought one each, shouldn't we? Oh, no. We'll have to record it again.
Oh dear.
But I think that's it, really, in the parks. I can't. That's what I mean. If I'm going from memory, I can't really think of a great deal of stuff that's gone on in the parks through. There's not really anything that's like themed on the. There's the Disney Channel Rocks concerts that they every now and again they do. I think that was again part of an after hours show or a special event at Hollywood Studios where like it's like a concert and they sing a load of Disney Channel songs like Cheetah Girls, Hannah Montana, High School Musical, Camp Rock, all them kind of tunes.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun to be around. Also, it would be fun. So, you know, when we were at Epcot, there was a radio guy, there was a DJ that was playing tunes, so there was always songs on. It'd be cool if they were Disney Channel songs.
Yeah, bring it into the parks a bit more.
I would enjoy that.
I think as well, there's that much stuff from the movies that they need to bring to the parks. Of course, they're going to just do it after hours.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much to do already to fit in. It's a chance for them to kind of bring it in.
I'm not as clued up, admittedly, on the Disney Channel now and what they offer on Disney Plus and stuff like that. But I'm sure there is plenty of stuff like Bluey's. Like, are they not doing Bluey meet and greet?
Yeah, I did see that somewhere.
I know they do it at Alton Towers, but
Bluey. I love Bluey.
yeah, because it's on Disney Plus, but Disney don't own it. It's a weird situation. The Australian broadcasting company or something like the ABC, but like the BBC, but the ABC own it.
Disney Channel is now just a small part of Disney Plus because Disney Plus has so much.
Yeah. See,
So I wonder if it's like less popular because
I do miss that, like Disney Cinemagic and stuff like that. And like every now and again, you'd see that like Toy Story was on, and you'd time it right, and then you'd watch it. But they're all there, and they're all there to watch. Disney Plus might not have existed without Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It essentially is the Disney Channel. It's just that it's just Disney's answer to Netflix, isn't it? But there's so much more on there than just Disney. That's the thing now. It's not just Disney stuff. There's all sorts because of Stars and Hulu and all that kind of thing.
I think it's definitely worth the money that you pay for it.
What, for Disney Plus?
We watch it every.
Oh, 100%. I don't know if it's worth it. I should probably cancel and then renew subscriptions repeatedly because like we'll end up like right now we're watching Stranger Things, so we just watch constantly on Netflix.
Yeah, we
but
can hone
then it'll
in.
be like, oh, we'll be watching some more. No, because I want to watch Agatha.
I watch Agatha. Yeah, I was about to say we can't not watch Agatha.
Yeah. So there you go. I guess that's probably it about the Disney Channel. I feel like my ears sticking out loads. Like a little elf.
Look at you, TJ.
I know, yeah. Look at little TJ.
I look like Gretchen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Look at those little TJ and Gretchen.
Oh, we got married.
Okie dokie, that is everything. We've touched on as much stuff as we can from the Disney Channel. We might do a part 2 somewhere down the line on Disney XD or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. And next week, it's a very special one for us.
Aladdin.
Yeah, so we'll talk about Aladdin.
Yeah. Laddie.
Should we call him Laddie or Din? I'm a big fan of Aladdin. I love the genie. I love the live action. So we're going to talk about that, whether you like it or not. We're going to talk about it. We'll mention the sequels. Definitely huge focus on Aladdin because it's one of my favourites, one of your favourites, and I personally think one of the best. So you know what to do, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, download the podcast. Have a magical day from Geordie and Jay, and we will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. because that's what time it always drops.
Yeah.
Also, quick thing, DMs are open. Any feedback, any topics that you want to see, slide me a message, Mickey's Best Pal on TikTok and Instagram, or the Magic Within page, which is run by my darling wife here.
MagicWithin.pod.
The MagicWithin.pod, yeah. So, see, I got that wrong. But I will see you all next week. Have a magical day.
Have a magical day.